Welcome to the first DFS prop show that we have here at Fantasy Sports Insight. This is Hold the Door DFS, one of the owners here at Fantasy Sports Insight. And today I am going to be bringing you the first edition of our prop betting show. And we are going to use, today we are going to be sponsored by PrizePicks, who has a phenomenal DFS platform for using props to whether it's fantasy points or single stats to win you some money. So if you are new and have never signed up for PrizePicks, please do so by using the code FSI. And if you use that code FSI, you will get $100 free on your first $100 deposit, a match. And then also you can reach out to me and we can get you some free content in our Discord channel as well. So let's get into it. If you are new to PrizePicks, I'm going to do a little bit of an explaining today of what PrizePicks is. And also that we do have a free Discord channel that I am posting plays. We have a community of about 200 people that are posting plays and their thoughts quite often throughout the day. So the cool part about PrizePicks is that you get a chance to pick all these sports. So if you see at the top of the screen here, we have MLB, NBA, PGA, Rocket League, almost every esport, honestly, NHL, soccer, tennis, cricket. If you're strong in cricket. But the coolest thing is that you can pick a 2 for 2, a 3 for 3, whatever combination you want. So when I'm going to give you my favorite plays today, I'm not going to tell you like, hey, go play a 2 for 2 or go play a 2 for 3 or a 3 for 3. That's all up to you. But I will give you kind of my favorite plays. And I'll kind of show you like my style. My style is typically playing 2 for 2 entries. I like the highest, the high win rate. Yesterday was not a good day, but you can see I'll do a two for 2 power play, which means $400 would turn into a 3 times multiplier, so 1,200. Or if you bet 100, then it would come back as $300 win. Obviously you can, do a variety, soccer's been really profitable for me and also some MLB so far. So I'll kind of explain a couple of those things, but a lot of things I like to target is, runs and RBIs and total bases in really good matchups. So if you do that, use that code FSI and sign up, you'll get $100 in your promo balance along with your $100 credit. So and then, like I said, reach out to us and we can get you some free content for signing up under us at FSI. So let's start out with my favorite plays. Probably my number one favorite play is in the soccer category today. And some of you are like, I don't know anything about soccer, right? Maybe because you just haven't played it or you don't know how it applies to the scoring in PrizePicks. Now, the scoring in PrizePicks is certainly different than what you'll see in maybe a typical DFS platform like DraftKings. For soccer, and I'll just quickly go over this today. In my normal videos going forward, I'm going to be just like getting right to the picks. A goal is worth 5, and you also would be having a shot on target. So a goal essentially is worth 7. But if you score from a penalty, and this can be a little bit confusing, the penalty is actually only worth 3 points plus 2, so it's worth 5. So I do kind of take that into consideration when I go through these things. But the next biggest element that they added was completed passes and inaccurate passes. So if, say, a player has 50 accurate passes out of a total of 60, so they were like 50 out of 60, then they would get like 4 points because they'd get like a whole point taken away from the 50 completed passes because they had 10 missed passes. So that does bring in a lot. That what I like about it is it creates a much larger player pool for them to choose from, not just goal dependent players, but players that can also accrue fantasy points with passing. So my favorite play. And obviously, soccer can be a very result oriented sport. Like one goal can knock a lot of plays out or win you them immediately. Is Nolito here? And again, if I pronounce his name wrong or any of these guys' name wrong, I am not the king of pronunciations. But I love Nolito under for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that Celta is plus 300. So they are dogs to RSO, Real Sociedad. Nolito also is very much a sub risk. So what I like to do if I go into like SofaScore or go into somewhere that you're going to do some of your soccer research, like I'll look up him today And if he does not start for some reason, then it's just refunded, right? There's nothing lost, but he does need to start. So Nolito is a 34-year-old player. He's, been with them for a while, but in his last game he only played 67 minutes. Before that, 86. That's a little bit longer than typical. 56 before that, 71 and 77. So he has sub equity. So I really like that, and he's in an underdog matchup. Basically, for him, in his passes alone, he averages about 19 accurate passes per game at a 75% clip. So that means he's really only accruing, close to, I don't know, like 1.5 to 2 points of passing points per game. Now you figure in that he's an underdog and there's sub equity. If he gets a shot on goal, it's not a guarantee he would even go over with just a shot on goal. Obviously, if he has a goal or an assist, he will go over. But I like him under here as an underdog with sub equity. So I really like that play. Next soccer play, there's a lot of them I really like. A lot of people look at Messi and say 15.5, right? For him to score 2 goals, I think I looked, let me see. I think he's like minus 300 to score a goal in this matchup. So really high probability, right? So that's 7 points. He probably will have 3 to 4 points in passing. So he likely would need another goal or an assist to hit that, which is certainly possible. I don't really like just betting against the best players in the world like Messi. So I'll probably pass on him. But I do like Mertens. I like Mertens under as well, because he, again, has sub equity. Lazio and Napoli is a pretty square matchup, and he's playing the striker position. So there's really no way for him to go over in this matchup unless he scores a goal. There is an unlikely situation where he has 3 shots on target, 3 shots on goal, and then he would go over with a little bit of passing. But in the striker position, he's not going to have very much of a passing floor. So I think I do like him quite a bit under, because he is somebody that has typically been subbing between 60 and 70 minutes as well. And if you're new to soccer, the game lasts 90 minutes plus stoppage time. So really like those 2 guys. I do really like the return of James Madison too, to the lineup here, an over actually. Should have about 2 to 3 points at least in passing, plus a shot on goal. I think he could easily go over with maybe an assist as well. Jamie Vardy would be the person who would likely be scoring, who has been in terrible form, but a lot of those games being played without Madison. So I'd stay away from Vardy. But I do like the over on Madison. Now, I would make sure you check to see his fitness might not be 100%. So there is a chance that he might not play 90, which would take me off of him. But just kind of check back in notes with those. A couple other things that I would check on. I think who is Dembele. Obviously Barcelona's in a great spot to smash, but again, he needs a goal to go over. And he does have some sub equity as well. All right, let's get to some of the other sports. NHL. I really like any of the Bruins players over, honestly. Pastrnak at 4.6 does seem like a high line, but I do think he scores a goal or has 2 points, like a goal and assist or 2 assists. And in that case, I think he goes over. Same with somebody like Patrice Bergeron here at down here at 4 fantasy points. Like the Sabres are basically the best matchup you can get in the NHL right now. They are clearly the worst team. So I like both of them over. And then I think my other plays that I really like are going to probably be coming up in the MLB and likely in the single stat, which we don't have a lot to pick from yet because it's still kind of early. And I like to go to runs and RBIs. So once they add more players, and it looks like they're actually doing it as we speak, then I'll really like to target some of the players that I think are not in the best matchups and maybe batting lower in the order. For example, somebody like Kyle Farmer today, who's batting 8 in the order, has some pinch hit equity. Obviously, only a total of half a base. So if he gets a single, he goes over. But I think in these situations, more than not, I do like to bet the under on somebody that might only get 3 at bats and could be pinch hit for. So that's kind of like my first preview of what it'll be. Obviously, in the future, it will be more like straight to the picks. And we might even try to get some more cool graphics on here. But like I said, if you click down below, you can find access into our Discord channel that has Monkey Knife Fight and PrizePicks plays. And then if you use FSI to deposit, You're going to get a 100% match, and then you're going to reach out to me, and then we're going to get you some free content here at Fantasy Sports Insight as well when you show that proof that you signed up. So, and you can, if you want to get your friend signed up, do that too. We can get you hooked up with something else as well. So thanks a lot for listening. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, throw your comment in of your favorite prop that you found on PrizePicks today. See ya.